Are you an aspiring agency owner who is wondering what it's like to run a 6 or 7-figure agency? There are a lot of gray areas in our industry on what a social media management agency does or doesn't do for their clients. So I have created today's video to clear the air and show you what a social media management agency does not do. Hey, my name is Mil and I own a multi-6-figure social media agency, and I now help social media managers do the same. If you're new here, make sure to grab all of my resources that are in the description below, and let's dive into today's video. The first thing social media management agencies do not do is create content from scratch. Now, capturing content for a client on site is absolutely something you can offer for local clients or, even nationwide. But the thing is, originally starting social media management agencies do not necessarily offer on-site content creation days, right? Now, I've gotten this question a lot. You guys need content from the client. How do you get this? This is something that a client actually needs to provide or outsource to a photographer, getting a videographer, you name it, even shooting on their iPhone themselves, right? From my personal experience speaking, we have never done any on-site content days for clients. We will create graphics from scratch. We will edit any video. We will work with any material that's provided and even provide shot lists for clients to capture with their iPhone so that we can use it for social media. But we have never actually gone on site for a client and actually capture the content reels for them. Now, again, this is absolutely something you can offer, but make sure you charge for your time because it takes a lot of time out of your schedule as well as skill to actually go on site and capture all of this content for them. So make sure you charge for that separately outside of your social media marketing services. Now, if after this video you really want to know, what does a social media manager actually do? I also have a video on that, but that's separate. So I make sure you watch that after today's video. The second thing social media management agencies do not do is create a brand strategy. I get this question a ton from you guys as well, where you believe that you need to know who a client's audience is, do the research, but that is all covered under a brand strategy. It's not up to a social media management or marketing team to come up with the target audience, unique selling point for the client, their positioning, their offers and product suite. That is a brand strategy. Now, while we do a lot of marketing strategy and social media strategy, we do not actually cover the brand strategy. That's something a client needs to have invested into before working with us, or they already know who their audience is and have done some research about them. This is something me and new clients go over in an onboarding call where we go over a questionnaire which gives me everything I need to know to create a social media marketing strategy. If you don't have something like this in place, I do sell our exact onboarding questionnaire template for just $9 that you can grab in the description below, so you can use that and go based off the exact same questions I use with my clients. Now, the third thing social media management agencies do not do is guarantee results. Now, there probably are people out there who do guarantee results, but good social media management agencies do not guarantee results. Here's the thing about marketing. There are so many different variables that come into play that will have an effect on the results you can actually get a client. Do they have a funnel in place? Do they have a good product? What other marketing are they investing into outside of social media? Is their business doing well offline already? There are so many different things that come into place that will affect their results that you cannot guarantee results. And each client and each account will, generally speaking, just see different results. This does not mean you will not get your client results, but it just varies and depends on a monthly basis. And whether you're starting from scratch, whether they already have an audience, all of these different things. So instead, what you want to have case studies that you write on different types of clients to showcase the types of results you have got button. This doesn't mean it's going to be guaranteed for anyone, but that way they can see what you can do without you having to guarantee, hey, I'm going to get you X amount of followers, X amount of sales, etc. And that really leads me into the next point. The fourth thing social media management agencies do not do is sales. Now, I always say marketing isn't sales and sales isn't marketing because those are two completely different channels. So what you will see with big corporate brands is they will have its own sales department, right, which is completely separate from marketing. Their objective is sales, conversions, getting new client acquisition, getting new clients and business, all of those things. When it comes to marketing, it's really a lot of client retention, but driving traffic, brand awareness, and visibility online is the main focus for marketing in general. And again, even in marketing, there's so many different channels you can have. But if we're focused on social media and organic social media itself, you do not focus on sales. And it doesn't matter how great your marketing is, if it is a bad product, the client is still not going to have conversions. And at that point, you may not have a traffic problem or a marketing problem, but it is a conversion problem. Again, there's so many different things that go into the marketing and the business and whether it's a success or not, that you do not focus on sales. And again, that doesn't mean that social media doesn't drive sales. Now, the fifth and last thing social media management agencies do not do is customer support. Now, hear me out. If you offer community management, managing accounts, of course, for social media, you will offer community support, yes. But there's a difference between community management and customer support. Now, what will happen if you run, especially a large account that sells products, an e-commerce business perhaps, you will get a lot of customers and questions inside the DM. It is not for the social media management agency to tackle these issues inside of the DM. A, this is not a good practice, and B, it is not your job to serve as customer service. Instead, it's your job to direct and guide them towards the right place, right? So you're either going to provide them with the customer support email, you're going to lead them to the website link where they can fill out a form for support, but customer service itself is not handled inside of social media. It's not a good practice to do, and so you need to be very clear with the client as well when you onboard them. Hey, who is your customer support? Who's your admin? If we get questions, what email do we send them to? Because the bigger the account is and the more traffic it has, it can get very messy and unorganized. So keep that in mind. Social media management agencies do not do customer support. Now, I hope you found this video helpful, and I'm curious to hear from you whether you were surprised by any of these points I made today. Again, if you want to know what a social media manager actually does on its own, then you can watch this video right here that I did that's completely about a social media manager's job. Make sure you subscribe because I post weekly videos, and I will see you in next week's video.